friends, welcome to my channel. I wanted to pop on here to give you a little brief introduction before you dive into the video. This video is part of the monthly collaboration that I have been doing with Erin and the rest of our Crafty team. We started this about a year and a half ago, where we worked our way through the Make It Through Your Heart Volume 6 sketchbook from Close to My Heart. This video was supposed to go up on the third Friday of the month. It is now the Monday after that, so I am a little behind and I do apologize for that. But I had a lot going on. We were out of town for most of February and March. Then I was out of town with the Stampin' Up! Convention called Onstage, and I definitely am planning to do a video on that with a scrapbook layout in the next couple of weeks. So be sure you stay tuned for that. So, and now I have my granddaughters here visiting. Their parents are out of town, so we are watching them for a few days. So, of course, as you can imagine, with an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old, it's been a little busy. I did want to show you, though, I did work on the scrapbook layout that you're about to watch without any pictures on it. Then after I got the video done and I had a minute to sit down with the girls and craft and I could print out pictures, I did find the pictures to go on the layout. So I did want to show you those really quickly. So there's the layout with the pictures on it. And I will post pictures of still shots of the layout in my Instagram and Facebook pages. So be sure after you check out that video that you do check out this, the still shots on my social media pages. Okay, so let's dive into the layout. Hello, welcome back to my channel, Mel Stampin' Gallery. So today is the third Friday of the month, and that means it is time for the latest installment of the sketch challenge that Erin and I are doing together with the members of our Crafty team. And we have worked our way through the Close to My Heart, Make It From Your Heart Volume 6 sketchbook. And we are on the last pattern of the book. So I'm not sure what we're going to do after this, but we do have something in mind that has to do with the new Stampin' Up! Catalog coming out in May. But however, for today, this is the last pattern, the last sketch in the sketchbook. And it uses just strips of paper, whatever you want, pattern paper, or just you can take cardstock and stamp on it if you don't have enough pattern paper, as they've done in this example here. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to use the leftover pieces that I have from the Meant to Be scrapbooking workshop that I did. And you can see after I completed the workshop, these are the pieces of pattern paper that I had left over, and this is all I had left over from the stickers, which is a good thing. I want to use up those stickers. And then also there were these die cut pieces of hearts and flowers. You got quite a few of them in this pack, so I do want to use some of those. But let me show you first. Let me bring in those layouts from the Meant to Be scrapbooking workshop. And I do have a video where I did put these together. So I will link that so you can see that, but there's the one layout. I don't have my pictures on there yet. The layouts, the scrapbook workshops come with these placeholders so that you can hold the place of the photos so that you can put your photos in later. And this particular one, I need to, when I figure out my pictures, I'll put the journaling down here. There's a space for journaling block there. So that's one of the layouts. This is the next layout here, and they were all double page spreads. This is different for me because I don't usually use the background paper DSP for the background. I usually use, my go-to is to use white. And I just noticed I did this wrong. These are going this way and the flowers are going this way. But it is what it is. So I'll just have to live with it. It's okay. Once I get them in my albums, nobody hopefully is going to pay attention to that anyway. And then here's the one I did I did this one, and I actually had my photos for that, and I did kind of step it up a little bit, added a few little extra embellishments on it, and some little bling, a little bit of extra stamping. These were actually stamped with the stamp set that coordinates called Meant to Be, and I did add some of the shapes, the hexagon shapes from the Meant to Be dies that coordinate with it. So I added some of that on there, and I added some stenciling around here just to kind of step it up again a little bit. Like I said, I do have a video for that, and I will link that so that you can watch that when you're done with this. Now this is going to be a double page layout, and it is a frame style base. So what that means is the base of my page, which is going to be the Willow White, is cut down to 11.5 by 11.5. So I'm going to cut just a 1/2 inch off 2 sides. Thought I'd do that for you here. Now, so when you cut a 1/2 inch off, you end up with these 1/2 inch strips, and you might think that's just scrap. Let's throw that away, because I'm tempted to throw those little pieces away myself. But you could save those for your journaling strips, theoretically. I usually end up throwing away because I can't stand keeping them. But anyway, they would make good journaling strips. So lesson is, don't throw them away. Find a place to put them. Maybe put them in a little bag and label it journaling strips. Now, since this is going to be a frame style layout, to cut down on the bulk of my albums, and so that I don't waste all this paper that will be on the inside, I will gut out the center. And so what that means is I'm going to move it up to the 1 inch mark, put my arm down, and move my cutter to the 1 inch mark, and slide down to 11 inches. And I will do that on all 4 sides. You can make it a bigger or smaller just by increasing or decreasing. Like if I went from 10 to 2, then I would have a smaller piece gut out from the inside. All right, I'm going to go ahead and continue this off camera, and I will be right back. Now the 2 base pages are laid out, and I've got them in the frame style, and you can see when I gut it, I have that big open space in the back, and then I have the extra paper from the back that I gutted out, and I will probably use those for some photo mats. Now the next thing to do is the strips of paper. And if I look at my recipe here, I see that I will need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different pieces of background paper. So what I have from my strips here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but then this one has a backside, so that's 6. And let's see, one of these has a backside, and this one does. So that's 7. So I have exactly what I need. So I just need to decide which ones go where. And I don't want to put a flower against the flower. And I don't want 2 solid colors next to each other. So these 2 maybe would get switched around. Let's see. Maybe like that, that. Let's do that. Let's see. Then over here, is this the one? Yeah, I have to switch this around. That one will probably go like that, and then we'll have that one like that. Okay, so let me get these cut down and we'll get busy. I have started to lay all the strips down here. Those aren't adhered yet, but I just want to go ahead, and then on the other side it's just the same thing, just in a mirror image, and the papers are all different lengths. They're all 1.5 inches wide, but they're all different lengths, and they're kind of bumped up and down, so they're not all even across the top or bottom, if that makes sense. All right, so then they're kind of like that, I think. Okay. And then what I've done is, since I don't have my pictures picked out yet, I went ahead and made some of the photo mats, and we've got the sketch calls for 5 3x4 photos. And remember when I cut out the cardstock from the bottom or from the back side of the frame and gutted it out, I used that cardstock then to make the mats for the pictures. And then it also calls for 5 3x3 photos that are going to go kind of like that. And let's see, then the other side goes with a 3x3. And remember, sketches are just a starting point. You don't have to follow it exactly. If you have pictures that you don't have as many pictures, you can use some of the photo spots for embellishments. You can just leave them off entirely. You can arrange them any way that you want, but for now I'm just going by the sketch just to keep it simple. Then according to the sketch, there'll be a title down here and some journaling. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this all down. Now, I could channel my inner Erin and sponge the edges of all these designer series papers, but for now I think I'm just going to leave it really plain and simple to make a quick layout. I could also maybe sponge and do something to the background here on the white before I put everything down, but like I said, I'm just going to keep it simple and stick pretty true to the sketch that you see here. All right, so let me go and adhere this all down. Now I am ready for the embellishments. And remember, I said I was going to keep it simple, at least simple for me. And I had these stickers left. So according to the sketch, it had some journaling, a title, and journaling. So I want to make a few little clusters, and I have this hexagon that was part of the scrapbooking workshop kit. It's just a die cut. And the little bee sticker, let's use that up. And then of course I have taken the sticky off right now because I think I'm going to pop that up on some dimensionals. And then I took one of the stickers from the scrapbooking workshop kit and put it down below there. And I'm showing you here, I had a little bit of a mistake that I covered up with the die cuts, paper die cuts from the scrapbooking workshop kit. There's a little heart and flower. Like I said, there was a whole bunch of those. So I did take the opportunity to use a couple of them there to cover up my mistake. There are no mistakes, right? Only happy accidents or reasons for embellishments. So I did just adhere that with my Barely Art glue, and I'll put something in the center of that flower. On the upper right hand corner then, I do want to make a little bit of a cluster up there, and I had one of the word sentiments from the stamp set there already stamped out. And I'm just showing you I'm going to take the bee. So there's a solid image, and I'm going to stamp that in the, I think it's Daffodil Delight, if I'm not mistaken. And put my foam sheet down below and get some white willow cardstock and stamp with that solid yellow image. And then I can go in and take the stripe and put that on my block, and we'll stamp that with, I'm happen to use the Intense Black from Close to My Heart, but of course you could use any black that you have. The Memento ink from Stampin' Up! Would be good as well. And then there's a little tiny face in there. There's several little faces, so just take the one that you want. And first of all, I wanted to make sure the bee was going the right direction for the way I wanted to put it on my layout, and stamp his little face. Then I will take the die cut. There is a little die cut to cut out the bee's body, and I'll use my mini die cut machine I keep this mini die cut machine on my desk. It's really handy when I'm cutting out, die cutting these smaller images rather than going over. My other die cut machine is on behind me, so this is just easy to keep, and it folds up real nice. It's real easy to keep on my desk when I need just one or two small little images. Alright, so then the little bee is cut out, and there are some wings that I had stamped as well and die cut, and we're going to put those up there in the corner, the little flower. And then of course we're going to add some of the bling around the different embellishment corners, and I believe I used the party dots. I don't remember for sure, but I will look that up and I will list those down below with all the other supplies as well that I've used with the links to purchase from my website. If you would like to do so, I will earn a small commission, which just allows me to continue to buy products to showcase for you on my YouTube channel. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And be sure to check out all the other gals in the playlist. I will have the playlist linked for you down below in the description of this video. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And for some more crafty inspiration, check out this playlist on screen. Thanks. Bye-bye.